want to feel good. I do. I want to be pumped up. I do. Thank you, Ty. Thank you, Hawkeye. Let me make sure everybody's here, man. We good. All right, guys. How you doing? Welcome, Meerkat. How y'all doing? Tonight's topic is a topic right out of our news headlines. All right? It's a topic that we got to address. We got to talk about it. You know what? We have to talk about it. If I have a show and I don't talk about these types of topics, we have no reason for having a show. You understand what I'm saying? It's what happened in New Orleans. I think it was Sunday, right? There's a shooting in New Orleans at a block party. 17 people were shot. Y'all hear me? 17 people were shot. See, this is when your ethics start to happen. You know, you got to start questioning your ethics. You know? Because I'm like, what else? If you don't talk about 17 people getting shot, the implications of 17 people getting shot randomly at a block party, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about? Y'all feel me? Y'all feel me, Meerkat? I'm sorry, man. I didn't bring everybody up to speed yet. Meerkat people, what's going on? How y'all doing? YouTube people, how y'all doing? Hello, Tim Black's Wolfpack, Stitcher, iTunes, Blog Talk Radio. A lot of platforms going on. But today, we're going to have to talk about this, man. I want solutions, man. I want people to call me up with something constructive. Something. Or you know what? We don't always know the solutions. We can talk about, we got to talk about it though, right? Like, you know what I mean? We got to talk about it. The number's 323-870-4064. 323-870-4064. We got to talk about this, man. We got to talk because, you know, man, people are dying. And if we talk about, if we're willing to talk about people dying in Paris and people dying in Afghanistan, then we got to talk about people dying in New Orleans. We got to talk about people getting shot in New Orleans. If we want to talk about Paris, right? We want to talk about Kenya. We ain't going to talk about New Orleans. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man, I don't know if I'm right for this business because I got too much ethics. How could you talk about anything else, man? You know? Let me talk to my Meerkat people real quick, man. My guy, man, who was it? One of my guys that I follow on Meerkat said I need to pay y'all more attention, be more. I'm not responding. I'm trying, bro. Laura, how you doing, Laura? Hey, Ty, how you doing? Everybody, you know what? Every platform has their own. What's the word for it? Own culture. Meerkat has its own culture. Junior, that's who it was. I was trying to think who it was. Junior, hey Junior, I'm here, man. What's up, Jay? What up, Jay? You mean me? Yeah, you, Jay. I mean you, man. Don't make me laugh, man. I can't laugh right now. You know the subject matter I'm dealing with. But you know what? I need Junior. See, Junior, he gonna give me the right outlook. Cause there's hope, right? All right, guys. Look, Wolfpack, come on, man. Holler at me. 323-870-4064. Let me jump on my Wolfpack. Let me see what's going on, man. You guys, man. Rap, Rob, what up? Kim, what up, Kim? What up, people? What up, Kim? I'm gonna run y'all a clip. You gotta watch this clip. You know, I'm running this clip, but I'm also giving this some commentary, and I'm going to give some commentary after we're going to talk. I'm going to get you guys to call in. I want you to see this clip. It's from CNN. This is what I saw, and now you'll understand why the topic has to be tonight. If we're going to talk about Kenya, we're going to talk about Paris, then we got to talk about New Orleans. We got to talk about Chicago. Tonight is New Orleans. All right? If we don't, we're hypocrites. I thought you said, hey, well, everybody put flags up for Paris. Nobody put flags up for Kenya. Hypocrite, 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 hypocrite. Okay, fine. Now we got 17 people. 11 of those people are under the age of 21 at a block party get shot at a block party in New Orleans last night. 300 to 500 people were there and no one's talking. Here's the clip, guys. Let's run this clip, man. I'll bring y'all over, man. Y'all got to see this, man. Some things are better displayed than told. There you go. It's on CNN's website, guys. And I just only could hope that CNN doesn't take me to task for using it. Let's see if I can get my people, let my folks see this, man. Screen capture. Here we go. We got to do all these gyrations, y'all. Well, hey, crime, please, man. Here we go.
This message continues to go out loud and clear to those involved in this shooting. We are coming after you. We're going to bring every resource to bear to make sure that we find you. This message continues to go out loud and clear to those involved in this shooting. We are coming after you. We're going to bring every resource to bear to make sure that we find you and that we put you behind bars. This brazen act of violence, an act that I think is akin to domestic terrorism. Dead is dead, whether it's national terrorism or domestic terrorism. One of the grandmothers told me last night, you know, it's a damn shame that young kids can't even breathe fresh air at the playground. And we're not going to tolerate that, not in this city. Not in our city, not on our watch. So here's the message to those guys who did the shooting last night. You can't run. You can't hide. We're going to find you. We're going to prosecute you. We're going to hold you accountable. And we're going to put you behind bars for our safety and for yours. But in order to do this, we need the community. There's only so much the police can do. We need the community to help us take back the streets. And tonight, our NOLA for Life ceasefire team is going to hold the community response to this shooting at 5 o'clock at Bunny Friend Park. And I'm asking everybody in the community to come out and join us to make a huge statement that we're not going to let young men like this destroy our city and the freedom that all of us feel. We have to stay united with one voice to stop the shootings and to stop the violence. And for those that cannot be there, I ask for your prayers that this violence is going to stop. And please make sure that you keep the families of Dr. Gold and the victims in your prayers as well. At the end of the day, we all are going to do everything we can to make sure that New Orleans becomes a city of peace, the city that we always wanted her to be.
All right.
This message continues to go out loud and clear to those involved in this shooting. We are coming.
Okay. I was kind of worried about running that clip, so I had to hurt him get off. I'm sorry, guys. Let me just make sure that, because I'm not supposed to run those clips on YouTube, man. Sorry. But you saw it. You saw what I saw and why I'm motivated to do this, man. Domestic terrorism, Junior's right. Domestic terrorism, y'all. So we're all on the same page. We're all on the same page with this, right? Let me give you some details. He didn't go into details about what happened. You may not have heard it. Several hundred people were at a park in New Orleans. They were doing a block party. At this block party, they were also filming a video, guys. I'm assuming it was not. I'm assuming the video was not a classical dance. And look, and sadly to say, I'm assuming it wasn't country western either. All right? Or heavy metal, or rock and roll, or jazz. Hey, or jazz. Feel better? I'm assuming it was a hip hop video. All right? And don't get me wrong, I grew up on hip hop, so hey man, I hate it to be that way, but yeah, it's the truth. I gotta speak truth. So for whatever reason, two groups of people started shooting at this block party. 10 women and 7 men, 11 of them younger than 21, were injured and received treatment at area hospitals. And they go on and on and on. Detectives are searching for surveillance video footage of the shooting and the suspects. They upped an award to $5,000. They're trying to get information. No one will cooperate to give them any information about who shot him. And we're talking about kids, women. Hell, 10 of the people shot were women. 10 women and 7 men. All right. So that's what we got, guys. This is some garbage here, Kim. I'm beside myself with frustration about how we do each other, man. Hey, Kim, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, my king. How are you?
I'm doing okay. The senseless violence, I don't know the solution. You got any ideas?
Well, what's coming to mind is this is more of a prime example where we need to police our own neighborhood. And I think where some of us get confused at is we think we have to ask permission to do that. We can set up our own organization and we can come up even with our own law. And we have to let these knuckleheads or whoever's doing it, this shit ain't going down in this neighborhood. I remember in the early 70s, when the Nation of Islam was in our community, they knew not to pull no shit like that. You couldn't sell no drugs or anything like that. They served the community. And that it has to be consequences for your behavior, because we're giving mixed messages. We got white folks out here, and especially cops, doing God knows what to us with impunity, and we want to scream and holler and march, and that's the complete nut. But then we want to go back to our own neighborhood and do everything under the sun. We can't have it both ways. So my solution is we have to police our neighborhoods. We have to go back to whooping our kids' ass, and we have to check these little knuckleheads up in these coming with these guns and stuff. And they mouth and they threats don't mean shit, because we can get guns too. We gotta let them know we'll shoot your ass back, because it don't make no sense. Grandma can't go down the street. You got women walking their kids to school, and you're in a war zone. We have to police them. You know, back in the day, you used to take him out in the tool shed and beat his ass. What do you want? And that was the very same people, if their partner get killed or one of their relatives, they out there marching with all of them. Take them down, take them down. Look, we can't have it both ways. We don't want to address our bullshit. Every race in their community have bullshit that they have to deal with. And the thing that we don't see is, when we're angry with each other, we'll let the whole world know, or we discuss it with each other. But in their community, they'll have a knockdown, drag out behind closed doors, and then they'll step out before the public with a united front. And a good example of that is, you don't hear like a whole bunch of white people so disgusted with this, I call him the shitway guy from Subway, doing what he did. It's just like they discussed it. We're going to do some time, and they might vaguely talk about it, but they're not going to talk about it. But behind closed doors, they just discussed it as us. We're just all over the place with it. It has to start in the community. Them little knuckleheads will get the lion beat out of their ass. That's how I look at it, with no impunity. We have to do that. We're contradicting ourselves. I didn't even know this happened. So much stuff is going on, and then you pop up with this, and it's like, damn. I mean, the energy in the air is foul. I mean, everybody being foul on all levels. And then the media is going to use this and say, see, they savages. They just killed. Look at what they're doing. Donald Trump today come up with some old bogus statistic about see what they do, and a lot of people, they don't do research and look up stuff, so you can look right in the FBI data report and see, with the percentage of us doing violence on each other and each race, what's going on throughout the United States. So sometimes it even makes you think, make you think sometimes, is this real? You know what I'm saying? Right. Because my attitude on things now is, I need more evidence. we need to do an investigation. I'm not going to come up and I'm not just going to jump up and say, oh, yeah, they did. Yeah, they did it. Because we still have to remember the media that we use, that we're all using, all types of media, like even what we're doing now, it's all on a colonial system. When books are written, that's under a colonial system. We're still in this white supremacist system. And in the system, you even have agents that keep the system alive. So I believe what happened, but I still want to take a laid-back approach, because one thing I have learned from many years ago, when a major disaster happens, you hear a lot of stuff, but around about the third day, you get more of what actually happened. Because you find a lot of people on YouTube, something happened, and they so hell-bent wanting to be the first to give out the story and not do the investigation. I think you still should put the story out. Go ahead and put it out quick as possible, but do a follow-up on after the dust settles and dissect it and see what else is going on. But we're taking these people by face value, and they saying this is what happens. And remember who controls the media. I know I'm being the devil's advocate on this part, but I have to put that out there. And I am just discussing, but we shouldn't just always jump to conclusions as well.
I hear you, Kim. I hear you, lady. Mm-hmm. Well, Kim just hit us with a lot. Thank you, Kim, for your call, lady. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
All right, lady. Yeah, Kim, she had a lot to say, man, and some of it I agree with the majority of it. I don't think this was fabricated at all, though, Kim. I understand in certain situations you got to look at the source of the material. I saw this story yesterday. I slept on it before doing it. I could have did it last night when I first saw the story, but I'm not in it just to get views. I did want to check other sources. I saw it on Twitter. Twitter is the place you go if you want to hear some stuff. Bring back public execution. Bring back public execution. Junior said, kill him. Look, man, this is the thing. Once upon a time, we did used to police our own neighborhoods. Maybe we did. I think this is an economical problem as well as a community-based problem. This won't happen in rich neighborhoods. Period. You understand what I'm saying? People know where to go cut up. People know where they want to go mess up. People know where they want to go shoot up. These people, look what I'm saying. These two groups of people came to this neighborhood. They got into it. They shot each other up. They know better than to take this to a swanky side of town because they would have not got away. All of these people got away. Two groups of people got away on foot. They didn't even jump in cars immediately. And no one's talking, so that leads me to believe it's more than likely gang related. And hey, it is what it is. People don't want to get killed behind telling on a gang. If you lived in a neighborhood where gang activity was happening and you didn't get police protection for opening your mouth, maybe you wouldn't talk either. I'm always split on these types of stories because, man, at the end of the day, I hate to say it, man, we're gonna talk, we're gonna spit box a lot. All I could tell you to do is move. Come on, man. All I could tell you to do is move, man, because listen. It's not about, I don't know how you tell somebody to care about their fellow man. I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you make someone care. I don't know how you make someone not shoot someone. Right? I don't know how you do that. These people are conditioned. It's like they grew up a certain way. They have a certain mentality. You can take a person out of the gang, but until they want to leave the gang, they're going to have a gang mentality. I mean, you can't make someone not live this way. If they've lived this way for a long time, if this is who they are at this point. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. We don't sit around and talk about reforming terrorists, do we? Do we? We want to get away from them. And I know it's not politically correct, man. But you know what? I believe we got a certain loud minority of people who say we need to be quiet, we need to handle stuff in-house. What they really mean is they don't want you to talk about it. People might hear you talking. Man, this shit is on the front page of CNN's website. Anybody who surfs the web can see this story. I'm not exposing anything that ain't already out there. But for some reason, we have this loud, vocal minority of people that have this idea that if we talk about the killings that are going on in these neighborhoods, if we talk about the violence that black people are doing to themselves in their own neighborhoods, that somehow we're selling out. We ain't selling out. What do we say about the kids that have to grow up around this? You don't want to say anything about that, do you? Well, we have to eliminate white supremacy. You know what? I understand what you're saying. I do. What do we do today about little D-Ray living around here, though? What do we do about grandma? Like, grandma can't go get her groceries, though. What are we going to do about that? Well, we've been dealing with the system, Jim Crow law, segregation, slavery. We know these things for hundreds of years. What are we going to do this week about D-Ray? What are we going to do about Auntie Fee? You know what I'm saying? I don't mean Auntie Fee on YouTube. I mean Auntie Fee who live in that neighborhood. She would like to be able to go to her car at night. She would like to be able to get out her vehicle. She'd like to be able to catch her bus home. She'd like to be able to go to church, come home, and not somebody shoot her crown off her head. That's her church hat. What's the solution? What is it? What can we do, y'all? What can we do? I'm serious, man. What can we do? What can we say? What can we do? And at the end of the day, I'm saying all we can do is get our money right and get the hell away. When I lived in the bad area of Maryland, back in the day, when I lived in the bad area where people got shot a lot, once I moved, I no longer heard gunshots. It wasn't because the people got better. I moved. If you are unable to move, I don't care what you got in your pocket. If you live in Chicago and you are hearing gunshots, I'm going to tell you what you do. You take your week check or your month check or whatever you got. You take your TV, your VCR, your DVD player. Who got VCRs? I don't know. Take your DVD player, your Madden, all that. You take it down to the pawn shop. You say, pawn man, give me an order. What would you give me for this shit? And then they give you some money. You take that money. You go get yourself a bus ticket. Listen to me now. You take that money. You go get yourself a bus ticket. You get your bag, you get a bag. I don't care if it's a trash bag. It can be a hefty bag. Put as much clothes as you can in that bag. You get your ass on that bus, and you come. You leave. You leave Chicago. You leave New Orleans. That's what you do, because you know what I learned? I learned that the people not going to change till they die or go to jail. Sorry, it ain't politically correct. Sorry, it's not pro. You know what, though? You'll be alive. And you know what? Life's a lot better when you ain't got to worry about getting shot as often. Y'all let me know if I'm making any sense, man. Me and Ken, let me know if I'm making sense, man. Junior, true that, Jay. It begins at home. Break the fuck out like the Fresh Prince. That's what I'm saying, Jay. Leave. Leave. Pack your stuff up and leave. Take everything you have of value. Have a going out of business sale. Your business is going out of business. Your life in that location is going out of business. I don't care if you got to go to a shelter. You are alive. You understand what I'm saying? You are alive. Get the hell out of there. Hey, man, we could talk all day about other stuff, but if you want to save your life and you want your kids to be safer, because ain't no safe in America. Oh, you cancel that. There is no safe. There's safer. More safe than unsafe. There's most likely safe, but there's no safe anywhere in America. I question if there's a absolutely safe anywhere in the world. But okay, in America, there's no safe. There's safer. You can take your family somewhere safer. You may have to live in a hotel. You may have to live in a shelter. These things may have to happen. But you are a U.S. citizen. You are, if you go, if you get on the system, until you get on your feet, just go. All right. I said that enough. Get the hell out. Like Junior said, break the hell out. Come on, man. Hey, how you doing? You're live at Tim Black at Night. Who's this? Rob?
Hey, Tim.
Hey.
It's me. Yeah.
Am I wrong, Rob? Tell me, man. Am I wrong? These people need to leave.
No, you're nailing on it just because it's not just poor, it's poor and uneducated. And they beget poor and uneducated. Educated people don't want to commit violence against other people. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they do, but not to these levels where who takes the guns to the video? And, you know, hey, we're going to shoot a video, we're all going to be in a video. Bring your guns. Bring your guns. You know, and you're right. I've said it myself. I've told my wife when these issues pop up with the gun issues. Tim, I'll tell you now, I have probably in excess of 30 guns. I've been collecting since I was a kid. I don't hunt. I like to target shoot. I like to collect. I'm not a hunter. I can hunt, but I just choose not to. But I like guns. I've passed every background check. I kept my nose clean. I have no felonies, no misdemeanors. I pay my taxes. And when I see New York and Maryland and places that enact these gun rules, I understand it because where I live, I don't have the problems that New York has. I don't have the problems that Baltimore has. I don't have problems that Chicago has. Nothing around me is anything like that. That's a different world when I have to travel to those places. When I've done travel to these places, it's a different world.
Right.
But I'm like you. If I'm there, get the hell out. Get out, get away from the city, get away from this area, get away from the gangs, get away from the drugs, get your family and get away to somewhere safer. But you're right, and it's a poor problem too, like you said. It is mainly, predominantly poor neighborhoods, uneducated neighborhoods that we see a lot of this type of violence, this crazy violence. You know, we're always going to see the mass shooter. We're always going to see the single guy.
Right.
I don't like to see it.
Right.
You know, it's just become the norm for some reason. I don't get it, and that's whole other topics, and you've discussed that in the past. But you know, this one here, and when people say it's gun violence, it's just violence. Period.
Yeah.
It's just violence. Period. It's no different than they picked up baseball bats and started whacking each other with them. It's just violence. But I think it boils down to education, compassion from parents, love for one another. Like I said, there's no value to human life. I've stated that before. To take the life of somebody with no value for the human life, and people cry about their dogs or their animals and their personal cars and stuff like that, they would kill somebody or let a stranger die rather than taking them off the street. You know, they'll take a kitten off the street. They'll take a dog off the street. A homeless dude, he can stay out here.
Yep.
There's just no value for human life.
No value. You hit the nail on the head there, Rob. I appreciate you, bros.
We'll talk to you soon.
All right, fam. Hey, give it up for Rob. Give it up for Kim, y'all. Give it up for him, man. I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. I could say a lot of flowery stuff. I could talk about we need to empower people. We need to send people to school. We need to do something about the school district. I know. You know what? More than likely, that won't be in time for somebody. Somebody listening to me right now, that won't be in time for them. Right? And here goes another thing. Something I thought about was Rob was talking about education, and Junior was saying it starts at home. And I agree, it does start at home, and education is key. But I'm going to tell you this, folks. These kids, even the kids that grow up in households that are decent, they got to go to school with these badass kids because we can't control all homes. So I think some people, they adapt to their environment, and the environment is such shit, frankly, that even if you want to be a better person, you become like this, or you leave. Why would you bring a gun to a video? Because somebody else got guns out there. Come on, Rob. Rob said, why would you bring a gun? Because they got guns. It wouldn't have been a shootout if the other squad didn't have guns. It may have been a mass murder, maybe. Because somebody had guns. So you don't bring your gun. Because usually it ain't like that. We don't just bring our guns. But other people thinking, let's bring our guns. And now you don't have a gun and they got their guns. And that's what's been happening in Chicago. I mean, I get it. All I'm saying, if you're not about that life and you want safety, I think people are too worried about having nice things. I think people are too attached to the areas they were born in. I'm just keeping it real. Sometimes you got to be willing to go alone. I'm sorry. I was raised to go alone if need be. You see anybody else doing shows with me? I'm a one-man studio. I'm a one-man editing, one-man graphic designer, one-man video editor, one-man script writer, one-man social media expert, one-man marketer, one-man everything. You see me with people? Nope. I'm a one-man army. And you know what I'll do? I'll get my ass up and go. I've always been that way. But hell, I was the one kid in class who didn't stand to salute the flag. I was a Jehovah. So I learned to be by myself early. I learned I don't need nobody. And you know what? If I'm somewhere, and back in the day, what saved me, and I'm not preaching to y'all, I'm just telling y'all, look, I would love to say we could come through and give everybody some knowledge of self and consciousness. Yeah, but you know what? I give you that, and you still in this area, and they shooting, killing people. I don't want to see you get killed. I don't want your daughter to get raped. I don't want your sister to get shot. You understand what I'm saying? Forget looking good. Forget buying a new car, live in the hood. Push the old joint, leave. Take the car money and put that on a crib there, and then take any job you need to get out of there. I don't care what it is. You alive, you're not getting shot. That's my solution. People want real solutions. Maybe somebody this will resonate with who hears this. They'll hear, you know what? We need to get out of here. Let me get my people out of here before my kids get shot. Let me just do that. Let me leave Brooklyn. Or let me leave Chicago. Let me leave Baltimore. Let me move to Calvert County, Maryland. Let me move to, Montgomery County, Maryland. Let me move south. Let me move north. Somebody needs to hear that right now. More than they need to hear, it's all these people's fault that we doing this. It's all these people's fault that this is happening. Okay, while we point fingers and talk about whose fault it is, somebody just got shot. That could be you. Hey guys, talk to me. I hope I'm not just talking for my own good. I mean, I hope people understand what I'm saying. I hope somebody, if you disagree, tell me why you disagree. The number's 323-870-4064. And I would love to hear the counter argument, because I understand there's a counter argument. But I'm putting my flag in the ground and I'm saying, get out. And you say, well, I don't have no money to get out. I just told you what to do. Take everything you have of value and sell that, because nothing matters if you are dead. All your fly stuff, all your cool stuff, all your fun stuff, sell it, liquidate, and move. We are too attached to possessions. We too attached to friends. Hey, what's up, dog? Hey, man, yeah. And we are dying there. Come on, man. Come on. So you're not gonna pick up and leave, but you're gonna stay there and let your kids die? Cause you attached to Richmond? You gonna stay in Richmond and get shot? Let your kids die cause you attached to Richmond? Well, you know what? I don't want to hear you hallelujah and crying over the damn coffin. You should look in the mirror and say, hell, where's that? Right here. Here we go.
Boy, you ought to be shaming yourself.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself. That's with your pride right there. Rap, that's with your pride, man. 2 times. Hit that again.
Boy, you ought to be shaming yourself.
I don't want to hear about whose fault it is. Because at the end of the day, the person who took the gun and shot the gun, the person who shot up the party, the person who 17 people got shot at a party during the daytime, y'all. Are y'all hearing me? I don't know if it was during the day. I don't know. It was Sunday, right? I don't know if it was during the day. It had to be. It was 300 to 500 people there. They don't have no suspects. Scooby-Doo ain't got no clues. Y'all hear me, y'all? Blue's Clues don't have a clue. Nothing. I'm trying to tell you. I'm I'm trying to tell you. And I know some people right now, I'm like, you need to sell all your stuff and get up out of there. They're like, Tim.
Motherfucker, get out my face!
That's what they saying to me. They saying,
Motherfucker, get out my face!
and I'm saying, no. I'm telling you what's good for you. I'm telling you the truth. You gather it all up. Gather it all up. Put it on the desk at the pawn shop. You want more for it? Go to eBay. Put it all on eBay. Remember Minister Society? Anybody remember Minister Society? What was he trying to do? What were they trying to do? What did they show you in Minister Society? They were trying to leave. What happened? Just before they could leave, everybody gets shot. Leave. After all that stuff that went on in that movie, in Minister Society, at the very end of it, what were they trying to do? Pick up and leave. Leave. Columbo ain't got nothing to work on. Scroll up. What's up? More people care about that than creating a proper life for your family. Look at that. Junior says, if you are labeled as an Uncle Tom if you pick up and leave the hood. You know what, Junior? We need to care less about what the hell other people think about us. I don't care what you think about me. I care about I'm alive. I care that my children are alive. I care that we are safe. I'm kidding. I don't hear AK-47s going off. This ain't Fallujah. I'm talking about you can hear that in Prince George's County, in Capitol Heights. I was living there. Diving on the floor, y'all. Diving on the floor. Bullet hole in my front door. I wasn't in the gang. I said, I got to get the hell out of here. All right, that's it. Come on. Time to go. Let's go. Pack it up. Let's go. Let's roll. I got up out of there. I was saving money. Oh, I'm just going to sit here for a while. Because, this way I can stack my paper, Shoot. Y'all, I'm trying to tell you. I know I'm not alone. I know some people right now listening to this right now. They living somewhere they should not be living, not because they can't afford to live somewhere else. They rather keep their extra money. Hello? They rather keep their extra money and spend it on shit they want to spend it on instead of taking the money and moving to the better neighborhood where it's none of that crap going on like it's going on there. I know I'm not alone. I did it. I was 25 one time. I did that. It was stupid. But all it took was that day I heard that AK-47 go off. I was like, oh. If I live through this, I'm getting up out of here. And I was gone in 3 months. My roommate was like, damn, dog, why ain't let me know, man? I was like, dude, I told you I was gone. I wasn't playing. I told you I'm looking. Start looking. I told you I was looking. I was gone. All right. Let me see what my chat room talking about, man. That weed money, that club money. Yeah, exactly. Weed money, club money. Or vacation money, or Christmas money. We got to get some Christmas. We got to have our Christmas money. Them kids ain't gonna be right if we don't have our Christmas money. We gotta spend out. We gotta make sure the kids have a great Christmas. Take the Christmas money, take that shit, put it on a crib. First month. Somewhere far away. Somewhere away from the area. That is all you can do. You cannot tell me that this block party, I'm thinking this block party in New Orleans where these 17 people were shot, just in case you're joining me late. 17 people got shot at a block party. They were filming a rap video. 300 to 500 people were at this block party. I don't know all the particulars of what happened or why they shot up each other or why 17 people got shot, but they got shot. And I'm saying, this area where they shot up, I don't think it was a nice area because people don't go to nice areas and shoot 50 bullets. They just don't. Unless they are really terrorists. The hood is like a bad relationship. They can't get out or they stay hoping it will get better. You know what? Let me give her applause for that, man. Let me give her applause for that. She just said it. Kim said the hood is like a bad relationship. People won't go. They stay because they keep hoping it's going to get better. It's going to get better. It's going to get better. And I'm just saying, all that talk I could do about all these solutions, because you know what? I don't know the solution. If I knew the solution, I'd be mayor of your city. But I know what Greyhound look like. Hello? I know a couple pairs of Jordans. You can liquidate them joints on eBay and get you a Greyhound ticket. Am I wrong, man? Am I wrong? 323-870-4064. Man, I can't wait to get back to my original channel so more people will call in here. Because I know I'm spitting that fire. This is real. And when they want to, we can talk all day about how it got this way. You know what? Yes. And you know what? Here goes another thing. A lot of people sitting around talking about how the hood got so bad are not living in the hood right now. They living somewhere else talking about how it got bad over there. Talking about white supremacy and these people did this and that. Yeah, you talk about that while you live somewhere else. So the people living there, I'm telling them, won't you leave too, and then we can talk about fixing it. And once we fix it, then we can move back. I did a story last year of a boy that got shot over his headphones. They shot they killed the boy over his headphones. Then they didn't even take the damn headphones. Because I guess they had blood on them. Did you hear what I'm telling you? They shot the one boy, shot the other high school kid over his damn Dre Beats headphones, which I heard don't even sound that good. Which is beside the point, but I'm just saying. Overpriced garbage. $100 headphones all day going for $299 because they got his name on them. And tell Dre I said it. Great marketing, mediocre product. But that boy loved them headphones so bad, when that guy showed that gun, he tried to run, he didn't just drop the headphones. He go, all right, I'm good. Want those? You sure? Want my belt? Where's the belt? Tied to? That's what I would have done. But no, he ran off. I'm not saying he shouldn't be able to keep his stuff. I'm saying sometimes you don't have a choice. And I'm telling you, they killed the boy over his headphones. Does that happen in Beverly Hills? Are Beverly Hills kids killing each other over headphones? Hell, there are good neighborhoods of all diverse backgrounds. Here in Maryland, there's a very diverse area called Columbia. I don't hear kids getting shot for headphones in Columbia, Maryland. Very large Filipino community. Black community, white community, Asian community. It's a melting pot, Columbia. Look it up. Okay. We got 15 minutes left. I want some solutions, man. Solutions, Junior. Break the... He said break out like the Fresh Prince. Well, you know what? Look. Here we go. Check it out. He said it. Junior be back. Check this out. Check it out. Junior brought up Fresh Prince, and it was a joke. But look, what did in the Fresh Prince? Here's a little story all about how my life got turned upside down. I like this to mention, just sit right clear. How I became a prince of this town called Bel Air. Bam, 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 bam. How'd it go? Anybody know the part? Somebody knows it. West Philadelphia, born and raised. On the playground is where I spend most of my days. Chilling out, laxing beside the pool and shooting something. Couple of kids that were up to no good starting trouble in my neighborhood. Moving with your aunt and your uncle in Bel Air. That's what it was. We're not moving our kids to Bel Air. Now, maybe you don't have an aunt and uncle that you can move to in Bel Air, or that you can send your kids to Bel Air to live with, but you can send them the hell out of New Orleans, you can send them the hell out of Chicago. When we gonna have some common sense, man? When we gonna talk common sense? When we gonna do this? When we gonna do it, y'all? When we gonna talk common sense solutions? Common sense solutions. I just gave that. People don't want to hear it. Nobody gonna do it. Nobody gonna do it. They're gonna come up with all types of excuses why they gotta keep their shit, why they gotta keep their stuff, why their stuff is more important than their life. And then I'm gonna hear, oh Lord, they took my baby. They took him too young. They took him too young. He was just a child. They shot my baby. Take your baby, take his stuff. Instead of buying him Jordans this year, take his Jordans. Say, keep these, take these off layaway. I need my money back. Restocking fee, I pay that. Give me that. Here, son, take this money. Go on, leave. It makes too much sense. Nobody want to do it, man. Bass, you hear me, Bass? Nobody want to do it.
No, I think you're right, Tim. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Just you roll your window up.
Are you having trouble hearing me?
Yeah. It's like
Yeah, it might be because I'm out here at work. So.
Okay. Well, go ahead, man. What's up, Bass? Tell me what you feel, man. What's up?
No, I think a lot of the youth today, which has probably been prolific throughout the time of man, they're bombarded with all this negative, what I want to say, antics and energy from the music to the TV shows, and then something like this happens with the shooting in New Orleans, and then the press jumps on it, and like might have been Kim earlier said, look at those savages, you know.
Right.
And a lot of it is that these kids are basically left to their own accord growing up. And if you leave a child alone, if you don't teach them how to be social with other people, and teach them respect and everything, they grow up to be basically savages. Because they grew up thinking why work for something when I can take it? You know, I'm powerful enough I can take it. You know, I read a study some years ago. Now this is a little bit off key, but I read a study some years ago where they were having problems with these lions attacking villagers in Africa. And the problem was many of the older male lions, the female lions, had pulled out of the population, and the young lions forgot they were lions, so they started attacking people instead of hunting buffalo.
Dang.
So when they reintroduced the older lions back into the pride, the attack stopped on people. They started hunting zebras again. And this is what's basically happening with our kids today. And I'll even take, like my own grandson. I'm always telling my daughter, hey, you need to pay attention to him, play with him, interact with him, teach him. Every day is a learning moment for that boy. He's 2 years old. He needs to learn how to be a good person.
Right.
Most people have that nature in them when they're born, that they're decent people. And then they learn all the other crap because nobody teaches them nothing, so they've got to just go out and do it themselves.
Right.
And, you know, let's face it, when we're young, we make some stupid-ass mistakes.
No doubt, man. No doubt, Bass. You kind of hard to hear, man, but you dropping knowledge, though, bro. All right, Bass.
All right, man, I'm sorry about that. I'll let you go.
All right, family, but I appreciate you, though, man. Hey, man, what Bass said, that's very important, man. That's very important. That's some real talk, Bass. And I know he's right, man. I know he's right. He's right that it starts at home. Junior's right. Kim's right. You know, the media is going to take it, manipulate it, use it. I know, you're right. But that helps new people. That's a solution. And you know what? Maybe we need to have a longer discussion or different. I need to break stories down. I'm learning, guys. We need to break things down and say, like, you know, we're going to look at it this way. We're going to look at this element because it's such a big issue. Because what Base is saying is, how do we prevent? How do we prevent it? We prevent it by being damn fathers. We prevent it by raising children in households that have two parents, if at all possible. And no, not just two parents, two mature parents. Two willing to learn parents. Two parents who care. Because you can have two parents and one of them be a crackhead, the other one be an abuser. You'd be better off living with grandma. Come on. All right? So, I know, and Base is right, Kim is right, they're using it. I'm not them. I'm not, this show is not about making anybody look bad. This show is purely my frustration. Me looking at a story and going, you know what? Let's talk about it. We can't just talk about Kenya. We got to talk about New Orleans. We can't just talk about Perth. We got to talk about New Orleans. We got to talk about Chicago. We got to talk about what's going on. 17 people shot on a Sunday. Hell, they had 40-something shot on 4th of July last year in New Orleans. If I'm not mistaken. Or was it Mother's Day? Was it Mother's Day? They had a Mother's Day parade or something. I think it was Mother's Day, y'all. Woo. Goodness gracious, man. Laura. I hate taxes. I don't pay that shit. There's value. Media has brainwashed and watered down the community. It has. The media has brainwashed and watered down the community. And you know what? There are a lot of negative things. But when you have a strong family, it can combat that. But when you do not have, like Bay says, when you don't have strong parental guidance, it's not strong enough to deal with the media. It's not strong enough to deal with the shows and the music when you don't have certain things. See, I think a child can grow up watching Empire, can grow up listening to Lil Wayne, if they have a strong family structure that reminds them constantly that's just entertainment. But when you grow up in an environment where you don't have these things in place, where there is no hope, we're talking about despair. I think people need to get out of there. Let me see what Kim got to say before we take it up out of here. Hey, Kim, what's going on, woman?
Hey, Tim, something ran across my mind that I had to get out as I was listening to you talk.
Okay.
One thing that we know as a race of people, our race, we always have to outdo and perform in the school and in the workplace. And because, we're under so much stress and pressure and discrimination. And one thing that I've been saying this for years, you have what you call peer pressure. You have positive peer pressure and you have negative peer pressure. And our children are going to meet either of those standards.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're going to outperform each other on even the negative stuff as well. Like they're doing exactly what you're talking about. They're so worried about, because these kids, they don't know what they're doing. They're so worried about having, being a part of a group or something, and they want to, that peer pressure, say, hey, if it's a negative thing, well, I got to outperform show my loyalty to my friends and everything. It's peer pressure. They may not even want to do the crap. I'm not giving an excuse, but that's another part of it where you don't have anybody at home to nurture you or anything, right. And so you get in these gangs or groups, and you're trying to meet those standards. I've seen it all the time, because you could take a child in the worst conditions, and they're a part of something very positive, right. And then they'll say, "Wow, they outperformed and everything," because it's a competition thing, and it's like competition can done in a good way, so the children can thrive academically or in sports, right. And then when they're in that negative stuff, they doing the same thing. They outperform it. We always outperform, even on our negative stuff. It's really daunting and terrible. And you're right, the fathers have to participate in the household. Because in my first marriage, I had a father in my house, but I still felt like a single parent. He didn't provide financially or emotionally. Didn't sit down and help with homework. And his whole mission was to browbeat me and the entire family. So it was my responsibility to take my kids out of that environment. And I would expect the male to do the same thing. If you see this woman sitting up here being a damn fool with your baby, don't just pack up and leave. You have to take them with you.
Right.
And the last thing that came across my mind that I didn't agree with, but I'm starting to agree with, I'm starting to believe in arranged marriages. And I'll use an example. I know how you're raising your children. And so you live on the same block. And you know how I'm raising mine. You see them come up. Well, to keep our collective family, start rebuilding this village, I would want my daughters to marry your sons, because I know what you're putting in them. I know your value system and all the things that you're doing. And you're looking down the street and you're seeing what me and my husband are doing with our kids. Because we women are making poor choices. We're sitting up here picking these dudes, and the first thing we go into a relationship trying to fix them, and then we lay down and have his babies and all this kind of stuff. Us women have to take responsibility for the choices of mate that we have. A lot of times we already know before we have a baby with him, he messed up.
Right.
Well, so that's, I had to put that out there. Let me be quiet and listen to the team.
Nah, hey, Kim, thank you so much, Kim. Hey, man, that was hell, man. Thank you, Kim. Hell, that was more powerful than the first call. What you talking about? Hell, I like that, man. I mean, I can't argue at all with anything you say, Kim. It's true. I mean, the part you said about fathers being present but not being present, that's true. But the point you touched on that really rang home with me is peer pressure goes both ways. We got positive peer pressure, which no one talks about. We only hear about negative peer pressure. There's positive peer pressure. Hey, look, man, I'm still on it, man. We need to get you out of that situation. Economic empowerment is what we need to be talking about. Like I said, there are going to be 17 shots in Beverly Hills, nothing. All right? And you can't tell me everybody who got shot in New Orleans were all bad people. I don't believe that. I don't think everyone who got shot, 17 people were shot. I don't think they were all thugs and all gangbangers and all drug dealers. Like, some people were just there. 300 to 500 people at a block party. That's a lot of people for a block party. I don't know how big this block is, okay? But they evidently got love for their city or love for their town, love for each other. And some nonsense kicked off. Where are the elders in the community? Where are the grown people in the community? How can you disrespect the community and do something like that? Once upon a time, it would be hell to pay, and it wouldn't just be from the feds. But I'm saying we evidently don't live in that time anymore, do we? Because they did it, and no one's saying anything, and no one's arrived at the hospital behind this. That's why I say, man, you got to leave, man. There is no code. That's it. There is no code of ethics. No code of operation. Once upon a time, you didn't shoot somewhere where somebody's grandmama was. You didn't shoot where kids were. You just didn't. Hey, look, man, we'll be back here tomorrow at 9 p.m. Let me see what Meerkat's talking about. I thank you guys, man, for being here. The hip-hop community has indoctrinated to the youth of America. And I like the way you said the youth of America, because all people buy hip-hop. But why don't we hear the same type of drama from other groups as we do certain other groups? Feel me? I'm telling you, man, the presence of role models, the presence of active people in your life can help you distinguish between real and not real. Positive pressure, peer pressure, negative peer pressure. Just entertainment. Miley Cyrus is just entertaining you. She ain't doing that shit in a 7-Eleven on some dude she don't know and getting locked up for it. Y'all feel me? Miley Cyrus is doing it for money. Kim Kardashian doing it for money, fame, status, to move up, be a millionaire. More of a millionaire. Shorty on the block is different. All right, let me see what my chat room talk about, man. Oh, we got one more call, man. Hey, you're my last call. This is Tim Black at Night. Who's this?
It's Carlos.
Carlos, what's up, man? Speak that real, Carlos, before I go, man. What's up?
Oh man, did I catch you at the end of the show?
That's perfect, man. You right on time, bro.
Oh, okay. What's the topic tonight?
17.
I missed it, man. I'm just getting on.
Damn, dog. Well, look, 17 people were shot in New Orleans, man, at a block party. And we were talking about solutions, and I was telling people the solution is to leave. Leave that area where 17 people got shot, because any solution we come up with is going to be too late. I'm thinking too many times people stay put where they're at because they're used to it. And really the solution is to get away, because you're in a neighborhood where people don't have a code of ethics. They shooting up kids. They shooting old people. Get out. And we just discussed what solutions for the type of crime we see in the neighborhoods, man. So that was it.
Man, yeah, I caught on to this story a little late, but yeah, I've seen it, man. My best solution is pretty much what you said. Get up out to the area. Like, you don't want to be around people that don't have anything to live for, or who they're not really thinkers. They're just reactors. I mean, like, it's crazy. Like, that's my only solution, because you're not going to change them. You know, it's much harder to change these people than it is to change your living situation. You know, you just want to put yourself around like-minded people.
Right.
You know, it's like, you know, I don't even deal with them type of people. It really black crowds and parties and all that. It's like, I only deal with that when I'm around like-minded people. But as far as dealing with people that's living in the projects and that's okay with it, and, you know, trying to sell drugs and just living that lifestyle, I'm not trying to be around that, because we ain't on the same page.
Exactly, man. I mean, you got to get away, man. All right, bro. Look, man, hey, Carlos, man. Tomorrow, man, I got to let the show go, man, but I need you here tomorrow, man. What time you get off?
Hey, I'll be here, man. Yeah, I caught it late, man, but hey, appreciate the call, man.
Hey, no doubt. Thank you. I appreciate you, man. Give it up for Carlos, man. Give it up for him, man. I mean, I know Carlos has called in on these types of topics before, man. And I know for a fact from what he's told me, man, he left a lot of people behind because he had to make decisions that were good for him and his people. And you got to make hard calls, man. Somebody watching this video or someone who hears this podcast, I want them to be motivated and inspired to move. I want you to do better with your kids, I do. I want you to do better as a role model, I do. I want you to be more empathetic to other people, I do. But I want you to be here tomorrow because, man, these people, there's some people who don't care. And if you ever looked into the eyes of somebody, I knew a guy, his name was Killer. I don't know if people you've known. I knew a guy, his name was Killer. His name was Killer because he killed people. And not over thousands and thousands of dollars. Over petty, dumb shit in the hood. What did I do? I got my money right. I got up out of there. And I didn't wait till I had 10 grand in the bank. I got out there when I had enough to get a place to get out of there. I got out of there. And I never went back looking for Killer. And I'm pretty sure Killer's either doing life or Killer has been killed. All right, this is Tim Black at Night, man. I want to thank you all for being here tonight, man. I see you tomorrow 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. If you can, give to this show. This show is an important show. We don't mince words. We don't worry about being politically correct. We keep it real here. We talk solutions. We joke sometimes too. We have a good time too, but hey, we do a show every day, so one day it may be very serious, the next day it may be light. All right? But I need your help to keep the show going. All right? I love you guys, man. Y'all stay safe. As long as there's life, there's opportunity. When you lose life, when life is taken, opportunity is gone. Y'all feel me? All right. Thank y'all for tuning in. We're going to keep it real. Let's play. I don't even want to play no music tonight, man. I don't want to play no music. I want you to not waste this 3 minutes of your life. Use that 3 minutes to write your plan of how you can get out of where you are in the next 6 months. And if you can, and then drill that down and make it 3. Forget what your crib look like. Forget what car you drive. Forget what clothes you got. Forget all that. All right. All right. We're going to lock out, man. Blog Talk Radio, iTunes, Stitcher. Go to IamTimBlack.com. Subscribe. All right. All right, Junior, thank you for your contribution tonight, man. You keep it real, and that's what I need here. Laura, thank you as always. Mr. Jones, that's new. Mr. Jones, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. My man, DJ Wolf, thank you for restreaming. Thank you for being here, my friend. All right? We mean well. We mean, but we mean well. We out. Oz, Bass, thank you for calling in anyway, Bass. I appreciate you, man. Rap, thank you. Kim, always a pleasure. Joseph Labonte, what up, man? Thank you. Lisa Weeb, thank you. We out.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Bye, people. Lord have mercy. 17 people.